Hey everyone, Cynthia with Sprinkles and Stuff. I just wanted to do a quick demo on how to use the templates that I will be uploading on our Freebie Fridays. This one can be used for a donut, wheels, tires, just anything that you may need a circle for. So you can use the inner circle, the outer circle, the inner circle, the outer circle on this one. So for today's demo, I'm going to be showing you actual donuts. So if you can see my consistency, is not too thin so I don't get any craters, and then I'm going to use this pink here for the icing, and I have some little nonpareils for that here. You always want to make sure that it's not, your piping bag isn't more than what your hand can handle, because then you're putting so much pressure and it's just so much extra work. But these will work great once they dry for the top of cupcake toppers, the top of Oreos, things like that, where you would normally be pressing on fondant or anything like that. These will work great for that. So I'm going to show you guys, this is a tray from my dehydrator here, and I'm going to be using this to use it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape it down. You can also use a sheet protector, and a baking tray is perfectly fine. I'm just going to tape this down just with a little bit of washi tape. So this is our Freebie Friday this week. And now I'm only going to do a small portion of them. So I'm just going to trim this down because I'm only going to use a couple just for demonstration here. So your royal icing, if you need a recipe for royal icing, it is on my website. It's absolutely free for you to check out. And so let's get to it. This is parchment paper I'm laying up in the top part. And what I'm doing is I'm just securing it so it doesn't move around. And here's my consistency. And what we're going to do is we're going to put their cup there. It's much easier. The pastry bag, you can find these on our website. Very, very sturdy. Great for chocolate also. So you can actually use chocolate for this also. So you would let the first layer actually dry completely, where royal icing you can use as soon as it has a crust on it. But you would need to let the chocolate dry and then add the second layer of chocolate onto that. So you would put your, it's semi-stiff, so you want to make sure that it's there. You're going to go ahead and pop the icing in. And I immediately put this into warm water just to be able to avoid any crusting and having to work with it a little bit harder later. So now I'm going to remove all the air bubbles. Another great way to remove air bubbles is by using a dough scraper here. You can see how this is done here. And it kind of removes the air bubbles there. So, cup aside, and I have this really cool handy dandy little tie over here. I like to go all the way to the top, and if I can get a second knot, that's great, because then I don't want it to unfold or to get any crusts. So I'm going to put it through. Push this. I got this off of Amazon. My good friend Michelle from Marvin's Treats showed me where to get this, and you buy the tape separately, so it doesn't come with it. So these are not the greatest scissors to use, but this is what I have handy right now. And I'm going to cut about a size 2 or a 3 of my piping bag. So I like to hold it like this and then snip. So let's get started. I'm gonna just tape that. It is better with the sheet protector. I just don't have one, but you can use parchment in this, and you basically want to make sure that you just, it's not going to move. So this will go straight back into my dehydrator. So let's get started. And the reason I cut a bigger hole here is because I want to be able to get to the circle faster. So let me make sure. Let's zoom in a bit here. So I'm applying pressure around it and going around just to fill the circle there. And we don't want these to be too delicate because we don't want them to break off. But these can be stored for months and months. If you know that there's an order that's coming up, you can definitely make this well in advance. And they just kind of will sit there. You can put them in little cubby dividers. There's a lot of little small trinket stuff at Daiso that you can separate them in. But, you know, little wheels on tires or things like that. Wheels and tires, not wheels on tires. But, you know, if you were doing like a monster truck or some kind of a theme. But again, you can store these 6 months, you know. And then we'll go ahead and do a few big ones here. These will take a little bit more icing, but you can see that I'm just applying pressure up at the top. I will allow them to dry a little bit. I can put them in the dehydrator. If you want to get very detailed with these, you can also wait for these to dry and airbrush the edges so it has like a little bit of a different color consistency on the side. You can do it just with a luster dust or anything like that also. I'm going to allow these to dry just for a little bit.